this is the Gang Breaks Kayfabe. I'm Cash, that's Draven, Tim, and Jason, and we're back for another episode. We almost made it 3 in a row, but we didn't. So, but hey, this is one of our shortest breaks ever. I mean, so we're getting better. But we got a show for you today. We're gonna kind of review Night of Champions and Forbidden Door without really getting into all the matches, because what's the point? We also got a blind ring for you. Vance and Draven both have rants for you. And
why do we have rants? Why do we have rants?
Because you guys got the most right picks. And I think, which one, Draven, did you get? Forbidden Door?
Yeah.
And then Tim got Night of Champions. So I let the record book show, though. We're changing the system next show.
That's right. It's gonna switch it up. It's gonna switch it up, man.
So we are gonna kick things off with Vance's rant that he earned by making the most correct picks off of WWE Night of Champions, and then we will get into Night of Champions.
The Sammy win. That's what really did it for me. No one picked Sammy.
So
why would they?
Vance,
I was right.
let me get you a minute on the clock. We got 1 minute on the clock starting now.
I want to start it off by saying this is not fat shaming. That needs to be.
Oh God.
Mason Rook. Don't get it. Don't understand what the hype is. I don't think he's not like the best like indie guy or NXT guy they've had in a while. I don't even think he should be hired by WWE. I think he's terrible. He looks like a baby. He can't cut a promo. Like, it's not that he's big, because big dudes like Earthquake, great. Yokozuna, great. Vader, great. But they all look like grown men. He looks like a baby. Like, it's not that he's too big. It's just he has no muscle in his body. And the only reason he gets anything is because he can do the flips that a lot of guys do at that size, so people are impressed. But he doesn't do them as good as any of the smaller guys. So I just don't understand why. That's perfect.
All right. So this may shock you. I 100% agree. And at first,
that does shock me.
When I first heard that he was signed, and I'd watched some of his indie stuff, I was like, okay, like this, and I'd watched some clips of him. So
I was on the fence at first, but I've completely decided.
You know, at first, when I first saw him, I was like, okay, yeah, he looks like a baby, but like he's gonna be, you know, but yeah, he needs at least a beard, and he needs to.
He's got a scar. The best thing that could happen is he gets brutally attacked but survives and gets a huge scar down his face.
The best thing that could happen to this man. So he gets brutally attacked by a tiger.
Or flame skull tattoos.
Yeah, he ran and saved a child from a burning house, so you got to cover up the scars with tattoos.
You don't want to rip off Bam, so just do like flames up the neck up to the eyes.
There you go. Or just feet up to knees.
Feet to knees.
Feet to knees.
But don't show the tattoos. Don't show the knees.
And then wear no boots. That way people can see.
Yeah.
Like, he's just hitting people. Like, he gave chops to that Jackson Drake or whatever, and he was selling them like they were shotgun blasts. I was like, there's not a muscle on this guy's body. I'm surprised he can move his arm like this.
I watched like his first 3 to 4 or 5 matches in NXT, and that was enough for me. He's not, for his look, he's not believable. Right. And that's fine that he can do flips, but you're also a big guy, so you have to be a believable big guy too. Like, you can't
You're speaking my language.
And I'm speaking from experience. Like, I couldn't do flips.
White, out of shape, Ricochet.
I'm just over here thinking about how much of a baby face do you think Stan Hansen had in his early 20s? Like, he didn't have the mustache and looked just like this kid.
I bet he was
born just... No, when he was born, he had...
Yeah. So, I think he was born with the mustache and tobacco spit coming out of his mouth.
Say, if he starts chewing some chaw on the way down to the ring and spitting at the people and
I'm betting even with a baby face, Stan Hansen looked like he would murder you in your sleep. So
also leather out your skin. This is wrestling. Leather skin's the goal.
I don't agree with that.
Now, for what it's worth, he's from actually from Wales or somewhere. So they
don't have the sun.
They don't have the sun that he's now going to get in Orlando. So
I need to go
he's
there.
Fine.
I could be safe there. Draven, Jason, how do you guys feel about Mason Rook?
I agree. I think the beard might help. I stopped watching Progress before his time came along, so the only thing I actually knew him from is there's a different company that just kind of does hey, what would you call this move? And it's like during a training ring.
Oh, okay.
And they do, and the moves are cool, but I'm like, there's no way you could actually hit this during a match.
It's like PPW or something like that. I get those all the time too.
But I mean, I still follow and watch the videos because the matches, the moves look cool, but I didn't even put 2 and 2 together that he was him.
I put 2 together. You guys are going to Virginia.
I was waiting for it. That he was even that guy they were talking about until later. So, yeah,
there's a million guys that can do. There's not a thing he does that Draven can't do, and Draven's in better shape and has a better look.
Well, not anymore. Not anymore.
But there's so many guys now in the Indies that can do everything he does, looks better and can talk better. So why?
So I guess I will be the one slight disagree. And just say that I haven't seen enough of his stuff to really know. I do agree on the point that he looks like a child man. Like he's just a child man.
He's just a child.
There's really nothing he can do about his child man face, but I'd like him to do something about his child man face.
I'm telling you, brutal attack.
Scar him up.
Yeah. One eye, that's a good, tough look. Just one eye.
Right. One-eyed child man is definitely
not that kind of one eye. Look how tough Draven looks.
Brutal attack.
Yeah. Jason.
Oh, wow.
He needs it for his career, buddy.
Baby chair for his baby face.
I mean, you know me, I always want to see the big guys succeed. And I'm always on their side but then, I'm with you on that one.
Until they're clean shaven. Then.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? And some people, even not big guys, like, I'm so glad Ciampa has his beard back. He is terrifying without his beard.
It's a very strange looking
Not in a good way. All right, well, so Vance had his rant for making the most correct picks for Night of Champions, but we all get a say in who was either the Hotdog Hero of Night of Champions or the Hotdog Zero of Night of Champions. So instead of reviewing...
As a winner, do I get to go first so that no one can steal my answer?
Yeah, I was going to pick you first.
Good rule.
Yeah. That has some stakes to it now. You also winning gives you a little bit of... but so instead of reviewing every match, where a lot of the matches we just go, yeah, it was fine. Like, it was there. It existed. So instead, we're going to just each pick our own, either, like, you can call the MVP of the show, the best match, the best, whatever was the best thing about the show, or we can go the opposite route and we can choose something that was, like, the worst part of the show. So, Vance, as you made the most correct picks in Night of Champions, you will get to go first with your either Hotdog Hero or Hotdog Zero.
I'm going with Hotdog Hero, and of course that's going to be Samuel Zane.
Okay.
Samuel, we're getting formal.
He's a champion. What? He's not. I'm super happy for Sammy that the dude's worked and been one of the best workers in the business for almost a decade, and it's like I thought it was never going to happen for him. And even though it's 9 days, he'll always be in the record, and he'll always be former WWE undisputed, whatever they call it.
How crazy is it to think El Generico is now a former WWE champion that's also main event at WrestleMania?
I know. If you would have told me that when he was in the Indies, I would have bet everything I own against that.
Owens was the same, but I think a lot more people expected that out of him.
Because Owens could talk. We didn't even know if El Generico could talk because his gimmick didn't really allow it. So, yeah, we knew at least Kevin Owens could cut a great promo and could work as good as Sammy. So he had 2 of the 3 pillars they're looking for.
So I'm glad that was going to be my hero.
That's why I thought a lot of people.
But I'm glad you went with that. I'm glad that's what we're going to start this off with because there is a lot to unpack with all of this. So we were talking about the group chat earlier where a lot of people were upset because Sammy lost. But So two things can be true here. It is true that it is awesome that Sami Zayn won the big one, but it's also true that it was very clearly a transitional championship because he won it in Saudi Arabia, and it's a little too late at this point. Like, he was the hottest thing in professional wrestling a few years ago. That was the time. That was when you pulled the trigger and put the belt on him. Now he's kind of a heel, but he wasn't a heel in Saudi Arabia, and he's not really anything right now. So
it is the worst time in the past 5 years even to put the belt on Sami, really.
Right.
So very obviously he wasn't going to keep that belt long. I think the way they did this with Punk was the best way to get the belt off of him with the least amount of fan backlash. Because if it had just been Cody straight up beating him, that wouldn't have done anything for anybody. But now Punk's got it. We're going to get Punk
Cody
and Cody.
got hate too.
I think the reason they did it the way they did it is because they realized if we're trying to make this a big money feud, it kind of gives them a little more teeth to it. If Punk is like the aging old vet that's still hanging on, but he has to be the champion for Cody to be the one chasing him. Otherwise, that doesn't really make sense. So they probably just started going down a list of guys that are never going to be the guy that they wanted to give a chance to. I bet if Sami said no, LA Knight would have fit in there perfectly too. But I think there would have been a little bit more fan backlash if you do that to LA Knight with a 9-day reign.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah, I know, right?
Agreed.
I don't understand that. I love
his promo on Raw was decent, and he is a pretty good promo. But besides that, he looks good. So he's got. But I put more weight on work than the other two things more so.
Well, it's also we've seen the Cody get chased now for the past how many years for the title. So at least this is
41. This
is a fresh Cody's chasing the title. They've been laying the groundwork for Punk and Cody since.
Do you think he just wins it at SummerSlam though?
Maybe.
I think it's a longer story because they did the deal with Cody where he killed the Attitude Era by beating Rock and all that bullshit. Now he's going to kill the Ruthless Aggression Era by being the one to beat Punk. Probably lose SummerSlam, have to win the Rumble.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So you always do this thing where you explain WWE story how it could happen, and it's real good, and then they never
ever. Yeah, correct.
We're like, oh, that would be good. I see that. Yeah, it could be good. If it doesn't happen, I'm more disappointed.
Well, that's why last night when I texted you guys, hey, I'm pretty sure Punk's winning the title tonight. They hadn't. The only thing I saw was that Cody got attacked by Gunther. So I was like, oh, so Cody's not going to be able to. But then when I was like, so they're going to do that, or Cody's going to fight through the pain and win, which I kind of figured they were going to do that. But then I was like, oh wait, they're in Chicago. It's going to be Punk. So
I watched a podcast today to get ready to hear all of Raw because I didn't see all of it, and they pointed out what would have been the best thing ever. I said in our group chat, but when Cody got his head slammed in the door and the EMT's like, "You all right, Cody? You all right?" If he would have just rolled over and just said, "Hard to find, easy to beat," he's not in good shape.
Jason, we'll go to you next. Do you have a hero or a zero in the form of hot dog?
I have a Hotdog Hero.
2 heroes in a row.
Yeah.
I know where I'm going then.
Mind telling us who it is?
No, that was it. I thought you just wanted to know if I had one.
We just wanted to know.
Oh, okay. You want a name? Shit. Hang on a second.
Wait it.
I'm going with Obi Fema, as I call him.
Try again.
Do you call him that, or does Jack Daniels call him that?
Yeah. And here's why. Because he just beat Jay. That's all I care about. In as much as we can be happy for Sami to get the belt, good Lord, I'm just done with Jay. And side note, so he's going through a divorce now, which I assumed they were already divorced since he's been posting pictures of him and Jada Parker for months.
Oh,
everywhere.
That's a real chicken or the egg scenario there.
But yeah, so I mean, I assume bigger and better things are coming for this guy, Mr. New King of the Ring.
So speaking of Jay Uso, Ed Draven's disgust by wrestlers that don't wear knee pads. Last Monday, where I was like, "What is this? How much Raw have I missed?" Because nothing seems like it's even remotely close to what I remember it being like even just a few months ago. But Jey Uso was on commentary, and it was, I mean, I don't want to like, the dude's got demons with alcohol, but like he was seeming like he was trying to play a whole new character. It was the weirdest thing ever. And then at the match of Night of Champions, no knee pads. And it's not, it just looked, or maybe it was the Raw he wrestled too, but he had no knee pads. So he was just kind of wearing tennis shoes and shorts. And it was just like, you're in an actual match, though, dude. Like, at least try to make it look like you are in a wrestling match, for God's sakes. Right. But I do. Why did Oba have like? It's so dumb that they booked Jay to be able to like be a harder guy for Oba to beat than Brock Lesnar.
Right.
I know Lesnar beat Brock, but it was still like, or Oba, but it was still like Oba kind of beat the shit out of him for a lot of that, and then it was just a bunch of F5s. But yeah, he had a hard time with old Jey Uso.
Right. Well, he's got that bloodline blood in him.
So Jey Uso gets cheered, right, in the buildings. Does anybody know anyone who loves Jey Uso? Like anybody?
No, Manley.
He doesn't get cheered. His song gets sung along to, and his catchphrase gets said. I don't know that he actually gets cheered, though.
Was he doing the Yi thing at WrestleMania 41 already, or was that not happening yet? No, he was still in the Bloodline, right?
No, WrestleMania 41.
When Cody beat him, because they had. Oh no, it was brother versus brother. A terrible brother versus brother match. So he was probably doing the Yi thing. Yeah, that was night one. I was at night two. I was thinking, I don't remember being in the building and seeing people yeeting, but it's because it was night one.
Yeah, I actually, so Oba winning King of the Ring was actually a 0 for me, only because I have such a poor outlook of the King of the Ring now. Like, it usually is just reserved. Here lately, they've just kind of made it like reserved for the job guy, that like the mid-card guy or the low-level guy that they don't really have anything else for. And I don't really think Oba Femi needs
Xavier Woods.
Yeah, I don't think Oba Femi needs the King of the Ring. Like, if they were going to just set up him and Brock,
and
where Oba gave up his title, if they're going to just have Oba give up his title shot, then just have Brock interfere, cost him the match, and let Jey Uso do the King bullshit. Like, I don't understand why they.
And it didn't used to be for a title match. This year they decided to make it for a title match.
It's been the last couple.
Do it.
This
has it.
Yep. It's like the new thing because they're trying to do the stadiums for SummerSlam, so they're doing King of the Ring as their Rumble, and they want to have it built up for a couple months.
They're doing their version of the Owen Classic is what they're doing at the same time, and they're like, oh, they get a belt and they get the challenge, so we can't give them another belt, so let's just let them challenge for a belt.
All right, Draven.
So Sammy would have been my Hotdog Hero, but because it was taken already, I'll go with the Hotdog Zero here. Having your champion being beat in the finals of the King of the Ring is real fucking dumb to me. Why is Liv Morgan jobbing out to Io to set up a match where she's probably going to job out to Io? I just don't understand how do you sell a match. How do you sell a match by saying, "Hey, you already saw this result, pay us money to see this result again"? That's not really.
So do you feel the same way about the championship eliminators or whatever they do in AEW, where you have to wrestle the champion? If you beat him, you get a title shot?
I personally don't like those because I think anytime the champion wrestles should be a title match, unless there's some storyline reason why there's a non-title match.
Testing your AEW bias. If you don't know, since I got AEW, I was going to be upset.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think it's. I agree. If the champion's going to be like in the one-on-one match, it should be for the belt.
And what's the logic of if Liv won? So does she get to say, I don't want to have a match because I won? Does she get to wrestle the other champion?
She's going after the other champion is what she was saying in promos.
Do they still set up a match for her to defend and she has to work twice? Like, it's just not real logical.
Mm.
Well, as much as I think Io Sky is one of the best workers in any company, like, it's time to, even with like the Punk stuff, like in Cody, it's time to like put some new people in your main events. Like, there's a perfectly good.
That's not what this territory has ever been known for.
I know, but it's like there's a perfectly good Roxanne Perez or
that's about it.
Or what's her name, Raquel Rodriguez story there with Liv, like, to tell. There's just so much better stuff you can do. Yeah, Oba, but like I don't know at this point. Oba for me, I don't really even. I'm starting to already not care.
I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, why is like Trick should already be a main eventer? Is what I was thinking, and I was like, but WWE always does the whole you have to wait and pay your dues and work your way or whatever. But that's not the case. If you, in one case I can think of was Finn Balor.
Well, wasn't like even Sheamus? Didn't he like skyrocket right to main event?
Yeah, Sheamus literally. He did ECW for like 6 months, and then when he got on the main roster, it was within 2 or 3 months he was world champ.
I was kind of counting ECW, but yeah, I guess Sheamus if you don't count ECW. But it was even bigger with Finn Balor. His first match, won the undisputed title. His first match.
Yeah, but he had just as much. He was a big deal in NXT.
They did qualifying matches for that. Like he had matches on TV. It wasn't his first TV match.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He was new to the main roster, like brand new, maybe within the last month before they split the roster.
Well, that's what I'm talking about with Trick. Trick's, he was very successful in NXT,
I think
they brought him up and they didn't do the.
But Finn is the question and the answer. He's the reason why they don't do that because they put the title on him right away. He was injury prone in their eyes. They never put the title on him again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as long as the booking makes sense, that like clearly this is going to be one of the guys, like, that's going to carry this company. You just got to book him like that. You can't do this Obafemi, like wishy-washy book. He beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. That should have been
it.
There should be no Brock rematch. There should be nothing like that. Like, they didn't need to do the retirement thing. That should have been it. That was Oba's star-defining thing. Now he's won the King of the Ring, but he didn't want the title shot because Brock's more important.
To piggyback off of that, now that they've apparently changed course, what's Gunther doing? What was the point of having him retire so many people?
It's going to be, it's now he's in a feud with, what's his name over on SmackDown, the general manager. Nick Aldis. They're doing him and...
He's going to get the work, isn't he?
They're building up him and Nick Aldis, which...
and for the record, that was my Hotdog Zero. Was Gunther for that same reason. Like, we're building you up, but here's the thing: if the match isn't because someone has already announced months in advance that they plan on retiring at some point in the future, you're probably going to lose.
If I told you
they have mentioned it, then you can win.
Going back in your brain in time. Go back in time. If I told you 5 or 10 years ago that they were going to have somebody retire. AJ Styles, John Cena, and Goldberg all within 6 months, and then almost a year later they hadn't put the title on them or got anything meaningful with them, would you have believed it? Like, why waste all that stuff on the guy if you're not going to do anything with them?
Because now he's going to put Nick Aldis back in retirement while he's still retired.
Okay, I mean, does that add to his streak or take away from it? Is that his Giant Gonzalez to the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak?
When Gunther shows up at your house, Tim, you fucking...
Oh, no.
I've been sending him letters telling him that you're retired now and you've been talking a lot of shit.
So already I got offered a better booking than I ever get offered. I got offered to be flown to Connecticut for a show. And I was like, no, I'm... RSW.
You could have been flying me the whole time?
Was the promoter's initials a V and then maybe a K and an M?
Somehow.
Oh, it is funny. I should have just kept it more kayfabe, but Tim's got like a whole string of fairs this weekend. He's like, hey, you could come work here. No one will know it's Connecticut, so you could just. And I was like, no, man. I was like, I'm not driving to Connecticut. First off, and second off, I don't want to go back on my retirement. And he goes, I'll fly you up there, so you don't have to drive. And I was like,
nothing better than working in front of 50 people that don't know who you are.
Yeah.
At this point, no, thank you.
The time is more valuable
to do it.
The time on just sitting on your couch playing a video game or watching TV with Fee is way more valuable than that.
But I want to say to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia that there is maybe some way I could
You say his name.
I think the bigger news story and all that was there is such little local indie wrestling in Connecticut that they have to get people from West Virginia. You guys are trying to start a company in the wrong states. I feel like that's really what we should be thinking about here. Jeez.
Good point. We really buried the lead on that.
It's funny because it's where WWE headquarters is, and it's like
All right. Well, leave it to me and Draven to be the zeros, to bring the zeros to this. My hero was the Sammy thing too, so I'm going to go with the finish to Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, which goes kind of back into, are we making guys or not? Like, what are we doing? And I don't understand what the finish was supposed to be. Why did, like, Braun just kind of like nudges Seth away, and then Seth gets up on the ropes, and then Braun does like a weird power up thing, and then gets stomped and beat. I didn't understand what was supposed to be the takeaway from that. If it's that Braun was so tough that he couldn't be kept down, he's not a babyface though. He's a heel, and he's continuing to be a heel. So that didn't really do anything. And if he's going to power up like that, then it's just a stomp and the 1-2-3. That was very anticlimactic. And for this feud to seemingly have went on for the past 5 years, I didn't really understand. I thought the payoff was weak as hell. So if you guys can explain the finish to me, that would be.
I have an explanation. It's not specifically for that finish. It's for what the point of the booking, I think, is. They're just trying to build somebody to feed to Roman that sounds like box office to where they can fill a stadium. So they just had to sacrifice Braun to make Seth seem a little bit more of a big deal again.
Okay.
I agree. That's exactly what I thought too.
I guess.
I don't think. The more I watch him, the more I think that Braun's not ready. I think Oba and Trick are more ready than Braun.
I think that he's been. Yeah, I think this new batch of NXT guys have kind of pushed him down a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. The worst thing that could happen to him was Oba Femi.
Well, the worst thing that happened to him was the injury, because he was on track to work the main event of Mania against Punk for the belt before things changed.
That's true.
Punk has the belt back, so
yeah, there we go. I never really even understood what I must have missed the one episode that explained why, like, did the Vision kick Seth out? Did I miss? Okay.
So
yeah, he got hurt.
Got injured.
He was the champ when he tore his rotator cuff against Cody, and then they had Braun beat the shit out of him, and somebody else beat him that night for the belt. Or no, they made him vacate it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he vacated, and then they turned on him and beat him down in the ring.
Okay, I missed that. So I never even really understood what the beef was with Seth and the Vision, other than he got hurt.
I feel like afterwards Heyman cut some sort of a promo about how the Vision was never actually about Rollins, and they were just using him, and it was really about the Bronze at that time.
The Bronze, okay.
The Bronze.
Oh yeah, there's another Bronze still.
Yep.
He'll be back.
Well, see, there's a big guy who works a great style.
There you go.
Mason Rook, you need to become
Samoan Australian.
Samoan and Australian, yeah.
Isn't he from New Zealand?
He's already foreign, so.
And then try your fancy jump off of a ring in a cage and see how that does your legs.
And with that, we're going to try to sell you some T-shirts, and then we'll be right back with our Forbidden Door 2026 AEW Hotdog Heroes and Hotdog Zeros. So watch the ad, let it brainwash you, and buy some T-shirts. We'll be right back.
This T-shirt is gross, but what do I do? It's all I got.
That's the only shirt you've got? I might have a solution for you then. If you go to ProWrestlingTees.com and you search for Aaron Draven, which I think you guys can all see right there on the screen how to spell it, you can find official Gang Breaks Kayfabe T-shirts. That's right. Jason, can you believe it?
I can't, but what I can believe is you can get your official shirt of either all of us, or you can choose which one of us you like the best and get just our shirt. Fine.
Breaks Kayfabe full logo on a pink shirt, or pick. Do you prefer Vance, Jason, Cash, or Omega, and get a yellow shirt? Oh, I wish he wasn't doing that.
That's so
Let's get him a long sleeve shirt.
So the only thing you guys didn't mention,
But Draven, how do they find
bring
those
up the
shirts
price.
again?
They are $19.99 each, no matter what design you pick. ProWrestlingTees.com/wrestlers-t-shirts/Aaron Draven. Super easy to remember. Definitely not going to be on the screen here because you're going to be able to remember it without me even putting a graphic up.
and go buy them. That way I can afford to buy one for myself.
I don't need this anymore.
Oh God.
Here we go. Here we go. That was the whole reason you wanted to do this, is so he can take his shirt off.
Right now,
You know, to play this damn game.
So we are back, and we're going to give out our Hotdog Heroes and our Hotdog Zeros for AEW's Forbidden Door. It just recently happened, and since Draven got the most matches correct, he is going to start out. So what do you got for us? A Hotdog Hero or a Hotdog Zero?
There's a few I could go with. I already know what yours is going to be, so I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm going to go with Swerve Strickland, Hotdog Hero.
Okay.
That match was elevated. Hey, I'm the winner. I go first. That's how it works. You just benefited from it. But his ability to emote during, like, between the notes of the match elevated that even more than Ospreay's work. Like, I think that match goes down a full star if it's anyone but Swerve, because he was filling in all that fucking space between the stuff.
I think for me right now, Swerve's top 5 for me. I think that dude he's so good.
That Crimson Mask with him still fucking shit talking through it, like it was, that was amazing awesome visual.
So, I know it's not, but speaking of that match and that blood, I do hate, so I wish they would have been the only ones that had blood, or not had blood. That show,
who else had blood that night?
Moxley and Bandito. The cage match,
did Edge and Christian?
Did Edge or Christian? I think one of them, maybe. There were several matches with the blood, because I wrote down one of my zeros was going to be, okay, we get it. You let bleeding happen. It's a bit much. Like,
so what's funny about that is my daughter was with me and she wanted to see that match, and we were hoping it wasn't the main because I couldn't let her stay up that late or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're talking about it in the kitchen earlier in the day. Said, yeah, that's not really going to be good tonight or whatever. She goes, I bet you it's going to be super bloody. And I go, no, they won't do blood at all because it's the Owen Hart final, and maybe people would think that's in poor taste, so they probably won't do blood in this one. And boy, was she right.
I don't think it needed blood. Like,
it didn't really, but
I do think it elevated it, but you still could have told the same story and just not got quite as high of a high out of it.
Because where do you go from there? Because this isn't done with him. This wasn't even a feud. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
these two are going to be interlocked forever, and they just go out there every time and
Swerve is smart because he's going out there and bleeding like that because he knows the plan isn't for him to win the title and go on to Wembley, but he's staying in the top of everyone's mind by putting in such good performance after good performance, and that visual of him all bloody is definitely what's going to stick out in everybody's mind with that match.
Like, I thought, like, Moxley and Bandito, I didn't think it needed. Like, it's a Moxley match, so, like, there's going to be blood. But you don't, like, the only way I can see where it... If you didn't have the cage match happening, I would have been fine with Moxley and Bandito having the blood, because it's telling the story of, like, Bandito also has this level to him where he can take this kind of beating and be in this kind of violent...
Bandito up, kind of.
So it kind of adds an extra layer to him. But if you already have that cage match and you know everyone's going to be bleeding in it, like, just let them have it. I know that's like old school way of thinking about shows, but every match does not need to be bloody just for the sake of being bloody and a spectacle. Like, Swerve and Ospreay could have pulled off just as good of a match, like you said, without blood. It didn't hurt that match, but it didn't help it. I mean, it didn't.
Where do they go from here? How are they going to top that at Wembley next year in a big blood feud? Like,
didn't they have
hard to top?
Like, I mean, didn't they do like a cage match where, like, really they did gross shit to each other all throughout it too?
That was Hangman.
Hangman. Yeah.
That was the match with the needle for the first time.
Yeah.
And then Fletcher and
Ospreay also had a crazy one. Yeah.
Crazy bloody cage match.
Well,
but that was, and those were the ends of those feuds.
Yeah.
So okay, but that's what I'm saying.
So now they'll do that same thing, the same bloody thing with a lot of more crazy violence in a cage.
Someone will get a needle through their cheek. Or
I honestly don't think they're going to get back to Swerve and Ospreay. I think that's why they went all out here, because they know it isn't going to get back to that.
Probably will be a while.
I'm saying it's going to be a while, but I'm saying they have to eventually. The two top guys, they're their Austin and Rock right now, as far as and these guys got another 10 years each in the company. They're going to be locked together forever.
Yeah.
What if they do the exact opposite when they get back together, and they do nothing but technical hold?
Zack Sabre Jr. match
for 35 straight minutes.
It'll be amazing because
probably.
Let's hope so, because last time we saw one of those, it was my Zero.
Well, Draven alluded to, he's probably right. So my hero is the Maya World Mercedes match. And I just, I rank this as the match of the night for me. I think So
tell me, on a technicality, when I do mine here in a minute, can I still have Mercedes? Just Mercedes? You said the match.
Yes, because he said the match.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna have to look for another one.
So mine was both. Mine was both of them, the way they Mercedes, the way she. Well, I won't steal your stuff, but so I'll stick with Maya's. But that match, that's she's not even supposed to be there. She's
right.
That's not even supposed to be her match. Her brother just passed away. This is her huge moment, and I think you guys will agree that being in matches when things go wrong, whether you want it to or not, you do kind of have a little bit of a panic meter going off inside you, and you can usually stuff it down, but you're just fuck.
It's there,
and it hurries you up. It starts to make you kind of second guess.
And those would be in normal matches. Think about how big this was for her.
So this match, huge match, and I mean basically immediately everything goes wrong, and not even knowing at the time how much longer she had to go in that match. And for her to be able to just, they got through it because
shake it off.
You're going to get to Mercedes as a pro, and they get back on track, but she still has to deal with it the whole match. And she has to have that in her head now. Throughout the rest of the match, it has to be there. Mm-hmm. And she's just basically at some point, you can tell she just does okay, fuck it, I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. And she just goes. And so, not to make this a more personal rant, but so I found out that I was on professional mode on Facebook. Apparently we all are. So I turned that off because I don't want random people commenting. I don't give a shit about people I don't know and what their opinions and thoughts are. I'll watch a podcast if I want that. So I was I posted just my rankings, my rankings. I'm not an official. My rankings didn't
judge.
AEW didn't take them and pay people more money for them or anything. And I would always I started getting an influx of people being yeah, no, and if you don't have this match as number one, that should be illegal. You're wrong. And I'm okay. With all of the dumbness aside from that, the fact that everyone wanted to discount Maya and Mercedes because of that, and then won't say who it is. He'll call himself out, or Tim might call him out. But to say there's no way that can be your number one match, and then to go, well, I didn't actually even watch it. I don't want to hear your opinion. That's what we do on this podcast. We don't watch things and then we comment on them, but we have a podcast for it.
Maybe that was his audition.
And he's a Mercedes hater too, which ties. I can transition right over to that woman. Is the most professional of professionals. That's always what I wanted to try to be later, older in my career, is when these kids panic, is to be able to, calm them down. And if things get off track, to be able to get the kids. And I am always focused on that. So maybe that's what she was doing too or whatever. But man, she, the pro's pro.
The way she kept everything was fine. Let's kill some time.
She saved the powerbomb botched the powerbomb twice and then just grabbed her and threw her, once you do that and don't boo-boo it up and just don't do anything or whatever, I think that saves the whole spot, because it's okay, in a fight I couldn't powerbomb someone, so I got mad and I grabbed him and threw him into the corner. It almost corrects the entire botch.
Yeah.
I think Mercedes was such a fucking pro in that thing, the way that not only did she stall for time, but she didn't do it in a way that made Maya look shitty or like hold it against her. And then Maya too deserves all the credit in the world because with all that shit going on, this is the most high pressure match that she's ever had and the most stressful time of her life. And not only is she putting on a fucking banger, she's putting on a banger while basically both arms are tied behind her back because she's trying to hold her top on with one and hold the headpiece on with the other.
Oh, since I talked about how smart Fiona was, this one I win because we're watching the build up for it or whatever, and she goes, "Well, they have to have Maya win. It's for her brother, and they're not going to have Mercedes beat her." And I was like, "Nah, I'm picking Mercedes or whatever." And she's like, "You'll see." And she was all cocky about that one. She's like, "There's no way."
You need to pull out a VCR with a VHS of One Night Stand that they did in England, where Davey Boy was supposed to win the European title, and he jobbed it to Sean.
Yeah.
Dedicated to his dying sister.
Yeah, I said, but that'll be good heat. And she's like, no, that's not good heat. That'd be bad. And I'm like, no, I think it'd be good heat.
Yeah, so, I mean, if Mercedes had squashed her and then been like, fuck your dead brother.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, Mercedes just squashed her. I said, but Mercedes will make this girl tonight. You know? So,
well, and like Draven, talking about how like she's basically hands tied behind her back. So like, imagine an athlete who's going out for like a championship game, all the pressure's on them, like Jalen Brunson. He's leading the Knicks the whole playoffs.
His pants fall off and they don't stop him.
I was gonna say, like, imagine if like as he's walking out, like he slips and like cracks his elbow and like he's still gotta play, but now he can barely bend his elbow. Like that's a hard thing to overcome.
He did it with a broken wrist. He had wrist surgery yesterday because he had a broken wrist through the entire playoffs and just played through it on his shooting hand.
So there you go. What I'm saying is Jalen Brunson is the Maya world of NBA. That was my point. I'm glad you made it for me.
Yeah, but he actually had to have surgery. He's going to be out for 2 months. They said it'll be in the summer. He'll be able to start touching the basketball again.
Yeah, I posted that from now on I'm going to judge like a wrestler, somebody involved in wrestling, their wrestling literacy by what they thought of that match, because if anybody's actually in pro wrestling and thinks that match sucked because of all that, like I can never take you seriously as a wrestler. Like you don't understand the business, you don't understand anything about wrestling. Apparently,
we've all had fucking issues pop up where it's like, holy shit, what do we do? But you gotta cover for it. Like,
I mean, I remember being in a match and getting a Charlie horse once, and I just wanted to crawl into the ring and pretend like I wasn't there anymore.
That happened to me against Shane Storm. It was a 3-match tournament. I had 3 matches in the same night, and literally when I got to the back for the second one, I laid in gorilla on the floor because it was cold and concrete. And Shane stood over me and said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Let's just act like 2 old guys who are blown up." He goes, "Sounds perfect." And we didn't call anything because we were too busy calling our earlier ones. And so me and him went out there and I got Charlie horses in my legs. And I told him, I said, "My legs cramped up." He goes, "You want me to just work?" I said, "Yeah, just work it." So, and I just waited, and the Andrade dive that Draven says I can't do every time? I was doing that, the thing, and that night I did not do the spin because I'd already had to.
Falling from the rope.
I was right.
I just fell over the top rope and landed on Shane, but yeah.
So remember the train spot me and Freebird did? So it was during a match in Clarksburg, and we were going into it, and Freebird, I had just ran and hit the forearm, so Freebird would always follow it up with the big boot. I would come out, Freebird would kind of send him over to me. I'd hook him for a German. Freebird would hit the ropes, clothesline German suplex. It was the spot. So I ran over and hit the forearm, and as I turned to go back around to get ready to grab the German, I got a fucking cramp in I got a whatever it is, like Charlie horse. And I'm like I'm dragging my leg to the middle of the ring, and I grab the guy for this suplex, and I'm like one-legged suplex, and then I'm like getting up, and I'm just like dragging my right leg behind me the rest of the match, like it just like atrophied and died.
Isn't it funny though that injury? So that is like I've broke bones in matches.
Way worse than get a Charlie horse.
Yeah, and you can usually work through. I tore my quad, and I got
you can work
I
through
broke
that.
my arm, and I finished with my arm broke, but a Charlie horse.
I could not finish when I tore my ACL. So the finish was supposed to be I go for the double spring moonsault, land on my feet. Bill had gotten up and hits me with his knockout punch. Well, when I go to land on my feet with the backflip, the ACL blows out, so I fall down. So literally all I had to do was get up and take a punch, and I still couldn't do it. And it still haunts me to this day.
I've only had one I couldn't finish, and that's when my heart stopped. So that match is the only match I've ever had stopped.
Well, while we wait for Jason, I'm gonna give a quick. It's one of my zeros, but I kind of want to we can all talk about it. So just the poor AEW's poor time management. So I don't mind that they're going to put out like a long pay-per-view. I would rather not be up till 1 a.m, but I get it. If you're a young wrestling fan, that's got to be, that's badass. So you've got late night wrestling. So I don't mind. If you're going to do like that kind of wrestling, I would prefer you start.
I feel the same way.
I'd prefer you start at 5 or 6. But whatever.
If I was 21 and a wrestling fan at the time, I would love that.
Did you see, speaking of that, the TK moved the start time back by an hour going forward?
Well, that's good.
Oh,
I would have preferred a little bit more than that, but an hour is an hour.
Yeah, it's something I can compromise.
But they have got to make better use of that time. Like, we do not need every match they ever put on a buy-in is rarely needed. We can get it on the next episode of Dynamite or Collision. Take some of your matches from the main card, move them to the buy-in, and then give your main card matches.
And also they should do that for another reason. Is WWE's doing it with these ESPN things? They're giving away 2 pay-per-view matches on TV. So AEW should do the same. If you want people to be interested in what they're about to see, give them 2 good ones with some story or something, not just random 12-man tags and
AEWs are pay-per-views that you're trying to get people to buy. That's a little bit different.
I think even more of a reason to do it.
So if you're giving away the product, who's going to pay for it?
No, not the best, but something with something to it.
Edge and Christian versus Hope and Cage versus
and Jay White even come back on the buy-in, because you want people to know that he came back anyway. And plus, if they're going to give you that kind of surprise on the buy-in, you think, or that kind of match on the buy-in, this pay-per-view is going to be awesome if the free price is good.
And Cope and Cage being free is the way you got people that maybe haven't watched the product in a while or don't really know AEW, but they recognize those guys. So they're like, well, check it out.
It's not a good enough ad for the show.
Oh, you mean as it is now? Yeah.
Yeah, as it is now. It doesn't really give you a taste of AEW.
It's usually just, okay, I'm like, okay, at least there's something to watch in the background.
Is that ever really the point of it? Like, this only airs on the internet. If you're watching it, you probably already bought the pay-per-view. I think they use the buy-in as the place to throw the people that they couldn't fit on the pay-per-view so they don't get offended.
Well, then
I think they're using it wrong. Yeah, I think they should use it that way.
I think matches on a pre-show is the dumbest thing in the world. I don't think there should be any on there.
Yeah,
I mean, I would even be more okay with that if they did the stories to try to get people do those videos. Right. They do pretty good videos. Like that one they had on the last pay-per-view was great.
That's what I mean. I think if you took 3 of the matches off the main card, made them the buy-in matches, and then you make sure that way you have your main card matches. You don't have to go to 1 a.m. You can keep it a little bit more like
I would even be okay with 1 or 2. Do like a split of what you guys are saying. 1 match.
But then better
videos. I don't think you have to take matches off the show. I think they just have to do a better job with, like you said, time management. There's no reason Cope and Cage versus the Dogs needed to go 35 minutes.
Yeah.
There's no reason Tekla and Starlight Kid needed to go as long as they did. Just because it's a pay-per-view doesn't mean it gets 35 minutes. Like, give this shit 10 sometimes.
That's why I feel like if you're not gonna do that and you're going to want every match to have 20 minutes, then give a couple of them to the buy-in.
And the Tekla Starlight Kid match would have been better if it was shorter.
Most matches would have been like the Dogs versus Cope and Cage. Would have been much better, shaved in half.
Mm-hmm.
Cope and Cage would be better shaved in half, I think. I think they should each take a half.
It's like the Road Warriors, but it's the whole sides of the bodies instead of the plugs at the head.
Okay, Jason, your hero or zero?
My Hotdog Hero for AEW is Leo Rush. adding what no one could have assumed. Every time they get underneath the ring, we're like, oh, they're going to pull the toolbox out. It's going to have a ratchet in it. No one's ever going to say, I bet they're going to pull a hockey bag out and it has a dude in it. And they're going to move it around like he's not in it for this long. They didn't quite get the chain wrapped around it at the end. But yeah, using him as a weapon in the bag. Because I thought, well, hell, how'd they get Darby? Like, is Darby in the bag now suddenly? Because that's, what you would assume.
That's kind of his deal.
And then for him to come out, and then after the weeks of the conglomeration figuring out, hey,
he got it. The congregation.
Yep, nailed it.
Got it.
Congregation. I can't say it.
They stay still, and he goes making friends with him pays off after all that
conglomeration.
Time. That's what I said.
Draven, say it. I need to hear you say it right.
He's refusing to himself.
They had a great follow-up segment. I don't know if they posted it or happened on Collision, Dynamite, or if they just posted it to your YouTube. But it's the conglomeration letting Lio Rush out of the bag. And
Draven, would you do that spot?
What?
The be in the bag that long and do all that?
You know they swap bags, right?
No.
Roderick brought one hockey bag in that didn't have a minute, and then he very specifically tried to drag that one out of the ring because he knew he had to stick it under and switch it out for the Leo bag.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought Lio Rush was still in the bag on the spot where he was swinging it because he's so little. I thought, man, he can maybe do that.
I'm sorry, but when has this been a Breaking Kayfabe show?
Right, what are we talking about?
Do we need to rebrand again? We've done that before.
Dreams of what went down.
But also, I wouldn't want to, after wrestling, being stuffed in that bag and zipped up. I'm not claustrophobic, but I'm pretty sure that would do it. I've been in a casket match when I'm blown up like that, and that's miserable. And I snuck and cracked it and did this to breathe out because I was that blown up, and I was like, I can't be in a box right now.
Nobody puts a Vance husband in a box.
I've done a few casket matches. Have I never lost one? I think I'm undefeated in them. Yeah, I've never lost it. So, because I've never had to be inside. That would be terrifying.
Editor, make sure you add that to Draven's screen. Undefeated in casket matches.
Right here is where it's not going to go because I'm too lazy.
Okay.
I've never won one. I'm always defeated, but I've only had one.
For Cole Cash, never been in one.
The worst thing, with a metal casket leaning in the corner. You know the Johnny Gargano hold your arms and run. So we call that. Yeah, we call that, and I don't think it'd be a big deal. I was put my arms up, whatever, no big deal. Well, then I didn't think about he has a hold of them, so I can't. If I put my arms up, he'll lose me. So I'm just like, I can't do it. So I tried last minute to do it, didn't make it.
All right. Well, the moment we've all been waiting for. Aaron Draven, for getting the most Forbidden Door picks right, he gets a 1-minute rant. So let me reset the clock. 1 minute. Are you ready, sir? Starts now.
This rant will surprise nobody. It happens often in our group chat. They'll confirm. But if you're going to be a professional wrestler, if you're going to be in the ring, you got to cover your knees. Don't be out there with exposed knees, motherfuckers. It really angers me. Jason Kincaid, one of the best workers we know. I couldn't stand him the first little bit that I knew him, purely based on the fact he didn't wear knee pads. He's a lovely man and we're good friends now, but that didn't matter then because he didn't wear knee pads. These motherfuckers need to cover their knees because we don't need to see the knees bouncing off mats, scraping on mats. They're just sharp and jagged and nobody wants to see them. Put knee pads on, put knee sleeves over those knee pads. Put a second pair of knee pads on if you need to. Just cover those motherfuckers up, please.
Yeah, I agree. Seeing a wrestler without knee pads it throws you off a lot.
Well, I'm so scared of Draven. If you think about it, I cover everything from the top of my knee down, even in between my boot and my knee pad. I feel the same way. I'm like, I don't even want anyone to see that area. Which weird, being in your underwear, fine, but
early Cody Rhodes, no knee pads. That's why he fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, and I got enough bone chips my elbows from where I didn't wear elbow pads for the longest time when I first started. I still have floating chips in there I can move around but
I've
like
never worn elbow pads ever.
I'm glad I don't have the knee. Like my knees are already messed up enough, but I at least wore knee pads.
I am for definitely lost it.
Well,
I wore elbow pads like for 6 months just because my arms were so long, and then I thought I could just use tape to break up because I'm just so lanky it looks ridiculous without something. So then I just started doing tape, and I never wore elbow pads again.
Came back. I will forever be offended that they had Gunther retire my favorite wrestler of all time, AJ Styles, because Gunther is a motherfucker that doesn't wear knee pads.
Well, I did let him know that you're retired too, kind of. So
who, me? I will never retire.
So I told him that you need some extra encouragement to make it.
That's
official,
why David's been pulling this. I'm never retiring.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid
Gunther. Oh yeah, bet you will.
If I got the call, I'd say no unless he wears knee pads.
So if we know that all of a sudden if Gunther walks to the ring wearing knee pads, we're gonna be like, holy fuck, Draven's about to come out. Right.
You and Nick Aldis have had the exact same amount of matches in the WWE, and he's facing Gunther in a pay-per-view. So
what are you saying? So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Surely Nick Aldis has jobbed in the WWE before.
Probably.
Well, speaking of jobbers, we are about to do more of the work we've been put on this earth to do, and that is to help out Tony Khan with his roster. So we are getting back
Anthony
to AEW Cutter Keep. I believe we left off with I need my signs. I don't know where they even are. I forgot. I forgot we were doing things.
Yeah. I also have true and false hidden in there.
Right?
Aha! So I believe we left off with the bees.
Yes, we were in the bees.
Crazy enough, this is
the third episode in the bees.
This is the third Cutter Keep segment, and we are midway through the bees.
Yeah.
So this roster is insane.
Billy Gunn. 3, 2, 1. Oh my! We got a big disagreement.
Wow.
Me and Jason wanting pushed and
my cut is strictly from the talent side. He should still be able to have a job and do the backstage shit. But there's really no reason for him to have an on-screen role.
I want a 3-month program with someone really good leading to his retirement. That's why I'm saying push. It's like it's time while he can still go and he still looks great to have a really good.
So give him someone young to like protect him. That Jeff Jarrett kid.
So we're all kind of just pieces of this story. So like for right now, keep him where he's at, then push him, so then you can cut him off your main roster.
There you
go. I
go.
agree. Yeah,
okay.
I agree. Bishop Khan. 3, 2, 1. Draven's the only one keeping.
So Bishop Khan, I see something in. Toa Leona is fucking god awful, and it would be we won't make it to the T's. But if we ever made it to the T's, I would put cut up about 30 times for that guy.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Now that you said both their names, yes, he is definitely the better of the two.
Yeah.
So maybe split them, have him turn, and then
I'm fine for him being muscle for like Ricochet. I'd rather he team with somebody else, but
I think he would.
I think he would
fare much better in WWE. I think he would fit there much better.
If they broke up the team, he's a how many singles wrestlers do they have better than him in AEW? 50?
Which is why I say
the dude.
Cut him, and he goes to WWE.
Yeah. Blake Christian. In 3, 2, 1.
Cut. Oh my god, really?
Give him enhancement talent that can do something, at least in the ring, right?
Give him not the world heavyweight title. Give him the whatever belt Mox has right now.
Hold on a second.
No, you give him the cut. You cut him from your roster.
You two are way off on this.
I love Blake Christian. I think, dude, awesome.
I don't think he's bad in the ring, but his fucking look is just creepy and weird and weirds me out, and I can't quantify it and put it into words. But it's just an ick. Just seeing him as an ick for me, so I just want him off my screen. Thank you.
He is what you would get if Lash LaRue had the talent of AJ Styles.
What?
No, I'm not saying.
I will not. No,
I'm not saying he's as talented as AJ Styles. I'm saying if you gave Lash LaRue AJ's talent, the best he could do with it is Blake Christian.
I will only agree with that if you switch it to what was the not AJ, the other one?
Lash LaRue.
Lash LaRue and Air Paris. AJ's partner, not GCW. That is all I will allow you.
Air Paris was garbage. Was
my point exactly?
Garbage.
Cuts.
That is a
Air
awful
Paris
thing to say about Blake Christian. That he would even be in that conversation.
Okay.
Can't stand the slander.
Now we got an old guy, but when I say this, Bobby Lashley. He does not seem like an old man. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Jason's the only fired.
They're not. I don't like now. You're playing second fiddle to Jericho in matches. Like, it's time to go somewhere else. If they can't come up with something for this gimmick that they stole from the other company, they couldn't figure out what to do with it. Now they got you there. Just let you go. Go to Japan or something.
I disagree. I think they're the perfect. If you're gonna have a trios title, they're the perfect ones to do it. Give them someone else to play off of. Let them be the fucking hosses of the trios division. Let little flippy guys go after him once a week and have awesome fucking matches.
Is he? Is like somebody injured, or is there just really nothing for them right now?
I just think there's nothing for them right now. They were in Stadium Stampede.
Okay, because when Tim first said his name, I was like, is he already cut? Because I have not seen them in a while.
Yeah.
They had that whole weird gimmick with MJF wanting to be with them, and then there was nothing. And
whatever the story was supposed to be there, people fucking bailed on it. That's why he got out of there so quick, and there's no payoff.
Yeah, they decided, we don't want to do that actually, so...
Next we got Brandon Cutler.
Again,
I'm going to tell you, I already said what I wanted. 3, 2, 1. Cutler.
Get the fuck out of here, Cash.
Now
you're just trolling.
Right.
Let me explain. I don't want to push him in any kind of like serious
in front
way.
of a train.
We're talking about the dude that's with the Bucks back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I need him back in that. I need him back in that kind of role. He was hilarious as the guy that always had like the spray and was always like their young boy.
I agree.
How do you do that with a babyface team though?
Well, it doesn't have to be the Bucks. Like, I don't know, maybe Blake
keeps his same gimmick no matter who he's with.
Give him to the swirl. Blake Christian.
No.
Right, they don't exist anymore in our
world. We are putting him with them.
Okay. So I run out that way, I get what I want. All right.
It'll be a GCW though.
I'll never see it, but okay.
And then we have Brian Cage.
I think you know my answer to this one.
2, 1. I think all of us probably.
Hey, push.
There's no reason this man should not be holding at least one belt at all times.
Right. How are you that big and you're not doing something?
I'm not always on
He did hold the prestigious FTW title for a very long time.
True. I'll say I'm not always on the side of just because a guy like is crazy muscular that he deserves, but it's Brian freaking Cage. Like, in no world is anybody beating that guy at anything. Like, he's the biggest dude in the world, and he's very agile and athletic. I'm sorry, but you're done.
And he's older than us, not Jason excluded, but older than us. That's crazy. To look like that and still be able to work the way he does.
Yeah.
is crazy.
They got to at least put the. I'd love to see him just fucking out of nowhere beat Mox for the Continental title.
I don't understand why he's the job guy. Like, I don't even need him to, like. I understand if you just have him out there and he has competitive matches, and he loses some and he wins some. But he never wins.
I do think there might have been a plan with maybe him and didn't they have him and Doyle as a team there for a minute?
Yeah, and then Doyle got hurt, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they'll go back to that. I don't know. Like,
why does he keep putting in nothing teams though? He deserves better than that. Like, I think which he's in the new Disclosure Day movie, and they do like a first-person camera wrestling shot. And I just went and found that shot. I haven't seen the movie or whatever. It's a pretty cool looking thing. Like the wrestling.
Are you guys familiar with Frank Grillo, the actor?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I really need a movie with Frank Grillo and Brian Cage in it, where Brian Cage is like make it like an action comedy, and Brian Cage is like the alternate universe version of him, and like so much bigger and jacked, and it's just Frank Grillo being like super insecure the whole time. All right, let's do one more.
Well, if you let me do 4 more, we can be done with the bees.
All right, let's get through 4 more real quick.
Brody King. Yeah.
Next.
Easy one.
Yeah. Well, Bryan Danielson doesn't count because I say Brian Key. 3, 2, 1.
Cut. You're fired.
Yeah, we all agree.
Yeah.
Buddy Matthews. 3, 2, 1.
To the moon with this man.
Everyone knows my love.
With the caveat, somehow help him be healthy. Stay healthy.
Yeah, and that is the end of our B's. So end it with Buddy Matthews.
All right. Well, we are going to take one last break, and then we will be back with a blind rank, and then we'll be out of your guys' hair for the evening.
We'll be right back in the same spot.
Same spot.
This t-shirt is gross, but what do I do? It's all I got.
That's the only shirt you've got? I might have a solution for you then. If you go to ProWrestlingTees.com and you search for Aaron Draven, which I think you guys can all see right there on the screen how to spell it, you can find official Gang Breaks Kayfabe t-shirts. That's right. Jason, can you believe it?
I can't, but what I can believe is you can get your official shirt of either all of us, or you can choose which one of us you like the best and get just our shirt. Fine.
Breaks Kayfabe full logo on a pink shirt, or pick. Do you prefer Vance, Jason, Cash, or Omega, and get a yellow shirt? Oh, I wish he wasn't doing that.
That's so
Let's get him a long sleeve shirt.
So the only thing you guys didn't mention.
But Draven, how do they find those shirts again?
They are $19.99 each, no matter what design you pick. ProWrestlingTees.com/wrestlers-t-shirts/Aaron Draven. Super easy to remember. Definitely not going to be on the screen here because you're going to be able to remember it without me even putting a graphic up.
And go buy them. That way I can afford to buy one for myself.
I don't need this anymore.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Lord. Here we go. That was the whole reason he wanted to do this, is so he can take his shirt off.
Right now,
You know, to play this damn game.
All right, we are back, and it is time for a blind ranking. Draven, this one's going to be on you. You are allowed to ask your co-hosts for their advice.
We're here for your support. Yes.
But this is a blind ranking list of 10, and your topic for this blind rank, color commentators.
Oh. Ooh.
So, are you ready?
I am, and once you ask the question, I'll pick which one I want to ask first.
Okay. All right, so your first one is Nigel McGuinness.
Ooh, Vance, let me hear your take on this.
I think Nigel should be pretty high. He's one of the best commentators they have right now. I think he's going to have a hard time not using a lot of the current commentators in this list. So I think I would go pretty high with Nigel, somewhere around 3, maybe 4.
Jason?
Seems a bit high based on how many commentators he could be using throughout history. So I would go closer to like 6 or 7.
Jason skewed me. I agree.
But yes, I do enjoy Nigel's commentary. But
I think
I would
5
say in
would
the
be
big
a
scheme
solid.
of things,
I like Nigel. I think he's really good out of the ones that are current, but I think there's going to be better. The number I had in my mind originally was 6, so hearing Jason say 6, I'm going 6.
All right.
stuck on that, Vance.
Well,
oh God.
We're gonna stick with current, and at number 2, Corey Graves.
Ooh, that one's tough. Jason, what's your take?
I like Corey better than Nigel. But again, there's so many older people that could be on this list, so I would go just above him, maybe 4 or 5.
Vance?
I concur. I say I lean more towards 4. I think as the commentator's currently doing the job, he's probably the best.
His NXT work I thought was amazing, and then he got on the roster was pretty good. And then for whatever reason they changed him. They made him stop doing what he was doing, and it wasn't as good. But I do agree that he's a little bit better than Nigel, and probably one of the at least WWE's current best guy. So I'll go 4. I'll go 4.
Okay. Up next, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I mean, this one's easy.
Easy.
What do you guys
all
got?
in agreement? He's got to be number 1. I can't think of anyone better.
Number 1.
I'm glad you had that.
And then sticking with, we could say our Nitro crew, Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream, baby.
Vance, what's your take first here?
So Dusty is so entertaining because he's not that good. Now, does that make him good? No, I just love some of his lines. Like there's this one YouTube show I watch, and they have every time something weird happens, they do the same Dusty line. Every time a sidewalk slam happens, there's Tony Schiavone going, and a sidewalk slam. And it's a pause for a minute, and Dusty goes, okay. It's just so random. Like he's just like confused about it and just goes, okay.
If you think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say he's got to be 7, 8-ish.
Jason?
For his entertainment.
Yeah, in the list of things, when someone says Dusty's name, his commentary is not one of the first couple things I think of. Like, the lines that I think of are from promos when he was a worker, or even just the idea that all the work he did behind stage with, like, NXT guys that are making it to the top now, that kind of thing. Or apparently he's Cody's dad. So, yeah, I would say...
News to me.
I would say 7, 8. Just because I'm sure there will be some stinkers on here worse.
Originally I was going 9, 10-ish. Because he wasn't great, but I did find entertainment value in him. There's a lot of guys I'd rather listen to, have rather listen to him than them. And I don't think the WCW crew gets enough credit for during that time, because you have the really, really funny Bobby Heenan, then the really, really funny Dusty Rhodes, but then you have the stupid pitch man, and then the nerd guy that came on and told you about Lucha. Like they mixed it up pretty well. But you guys talked me up on him a little bit. I think 7. I'm going to go 7 because I think there's going to be some fucking terrible ones in here for real.
I'll say only one of these guys so far has yelled out, "He hit him with the bicycle! He hit him with the bicycle!" And then the match where it's Benoit and somebody and Sullivan, I think.
He's in the bathroom.
It's Dusty Rhodes Gold.
They flush in the code.
Up next is Jerry the King Lawler.
Jason, what's your take on this?
So, for the time and my age, for when he was the commentator. I'm sure I giggled a lot of things that now I would say were completely cringe. But other than adding that, like, honestly, when I think back, that's all I really think is JR's doing the heavy work, and he's just going, puppies, puppies. Like, so I would say 9 or 10 just for that reason.
Vance?
I also have problems separating the person, Jerry Lawler, from the commentary, which just, he's probably better than I think he is, but I dislike him so greatly that I'm sure it hurts my opinion of him. I think him and Jim Ross are the greatest duo in the history of pro wrestling, which is probably a bold take. I know you guys prefer other people, but for me, JR and King, one of my goals in professional wrestling was to get to have a match called by JR and King. You know what I mean? So, but JR does a lot of lifting in that duo at that time. So, yeah, I'm with Jason, 9 or 10.
So I don't think he actually gets enough credit for how good he was because it's overshadowed by how hacky his shtick is in hindsight.
Okay.
I do think him and JR, just like you said, is one of the best duos of all time. And he definitely pulls his weight more than he gets credit for. But that being said, I still don't think he's anything special him alone. Him and JR as a team, I'd rate differently.
Yes.
But him by himself, you stick him with Cole, you stick him with anyone else. I think I'm going 9.
I mean, think about how terrible he was when it was him and Vince.
Yeah.
And it was just Vince yelling, what a maneuver.
He did get better by the time JR made him a better commentator.
I mean, his best moment, though, was AJ Lee burying him on commentary. So it's my favorite moment of his career. Okay, up next, Booker T.
Vance.
And I do not like Booker T's commentary whatsoever.
Okay, Jason.
So if you thought that that JR was carrying a lot, I feel like his other co-part on NXT carries just as much, because what Booker T has to add is, oh, shucky ducky quack quack, look at that ass. He's given up on the puppies, and he only cares about them curves.
So what I'm hearing is you're saying he's the perfect WWE commentator because he talks in the dumb, repeatable sound bites.
Yes, I'm saying that
Trick Williams owes that man a lot.
Stephanie Back War with the Devil's Kiss or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I agree with his commentary about certain things when he's acting that way, but again, it's just he doesn't seem to add much to the overall product or selling whatever the story is. So I would give it.
What bottom half numbers do I have left, Cash?
8.
8 and 10.
9 was Jerry Lawler, right?
Yeah. 7 was Dusty. 6 was Nigel.
I'm gonna go 8 because he was like Dusty, but just really not as good as Dusty. He was just out of nowhere sound bites. But yeah,
I think Dusty, while his stuff was just as ridiculous and nonsensical and really had nothing to do with anything, it flowed better because he didn't like overtake, but Booker T overtakes everything when he's yelling.
Dusty would rip off of what somebody else said, but Booker T is just putting his line in wherever it goes.
And repeating it. Like, other than Dusty saying pay window and the mothership, like, he was just yelling random things as they happen. Booker T has catchphrases and says them over and over again.
So remind me what I have left here.
You have 2, 3, 5,
10.
2, 3, 5, and 10.
2, 3, 5, and 10. Okay.
So up next, we're going back to the Nitro table, and we're picking up Steve Mongo McMichael.
Oh, no. It's happened. Oh, no, it's Mongo.
Oh, shit. Here comes Mongo.
Anyone have anything positive to say here?
Never mind all that horse shit.
Here comes Mongo.
I mean, he had his Chihuahua dressed up every week.
I did like that.
I think Pepe.
I don't think he's the worst that's ever been of all time, but he's pretty bad. He's So you take Dusty and you make a copy of that VHS tape to get Booker T. You make a copy of that VHS tape. You end up getting Mongo here. So I'm gonna go 10.
Okay. Well, up next we're going back right before his time, but we're sticking with the Nitro table, and he was an occasional color commentator before this, but Larry Zbyszko.
I have 2, 3, and 5 left, correct?
You have 2, 3, and 5, correct.
I think it's pretty clear, considering I got to Eaton Park with him, and he was a cool guy, and I really liked him.
So that was the only place we could have ate with him.
I'm going to take the time here to really savor putting Larry Zbyszko at 5, and I'm trying to stretch this out as long as we had to sit there and look at his balls, because he was changing right in front of us, butt-ass naked, trying to have a conversation over with the old man danglers.
Was that the Outdoor Rocky show?
Mm-hmm.
Was it that one where we...
That outdoor?
I know the one I was talking about was the Boston, because he was on the NWA New England stuff. Now we crossed paths with him a couple times.
Multiple stories. Well, have I mentioned that there are times that I'm not sad that I don't have locker room stories?
Some of us give insider names to these people, and his was Balls McGee.
I might be getting his old balls confused with somebody else's old balls because
no, that Draven is. It wasn't Larry Zbyszko. It was Mike Bell you're talking about.
Yeah, it was Mike Bell's old balls.
Yeah,
Zbyszko was there in the conversation at the same time then, and I'm just conflating whose balls I was seeing at the time I was hearing Larry's smooth talking jazz.
Larry worked right before you started, because I was brand new. I mean, I'd been there maybe 3 months or whatever, and we had to take him up to Rocky's show. You might have, I don't think you started training yet. You might have went to that show, but
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen him at Rocky's ever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's why we ate at Eaton Park.
It was the only place he'd eat.
Well, he's from Pittsburgh, and Eaton Park is a big damn thing.
Yeah, it was the only, we had to eat there. He would not have it any other way.
He also called all women broads.
Yeah.
Which I had not actually heard in real life someone do that. But
it was,
if we're talking, are we talking worst things we've heard a wrestler say to a waitress in a restaurant? Because
no.
One member of the Naturals is the worst offender on that one.
So you're putting Zbyszko at 5?
Yes.
Okay.
He wasn't the greatest commentator in the world, but as far as like an old-timey color guy that used to be a worker, he was pretty good.
Okay, yeah, well, I thought it was okay.
How did they, though, I have to give him credit for getting this thing over.
Yeah.
Because, all the WCW Nitro fans just went like, okay, yeah, we're supposed to cheer this guy like crazy when he does that.
It's just repetition. You do it every time until it gets the reaction you want.
Because there's so many, when I went back and rewatched Nitro, there were so many times where I was like, surely this crowd just, sits on their hands. Surely there had to be a thing that happened. No, every crowd loses their damn minds when he gets up and does that.
As someone who was at a Nitro show, I did not sit on my hands.
All right, Draven, you've got 2 and 3 left?
3.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Okay. Here, before you say what they are, here's who I'm hoping I hear. Here's who I'm hoping I hear.
He's not a color commentator.
He's play-by-play.
I'm hoping I hear Gorilla Monsoon and Paul Heyman. That's who I'm hoping the 2 left are.
Jesse Ventura.
I don't consider Gorilla Monsoon color commentator. He's play-by-play guy. Bobby Heenan was your color commentator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman was in consideration, but I made 2 different choices.
You went with Macho Man and Kevin Kelly.
No, you said the one a minute ago. So you're number 9. You got 2 and 3 left. Jesse the Body Ventura.
I love Jesse. Jesse and Gorilla is right up there with Bobby and Gorilla, and JR and the King as my favorite teams all time.
I agree.
Jesse and Tony and Jesse and JR and WCW even were great.
Those are both underrated teams as well. Yeah. I don't need any help on this one. I'm going 2 with him.
Okay.
Easy choice, 2.
So your number 3 color commentator on this list, and I'm so glad this happened the way it did. And you may think it's good.
Chris Benoit.
We are going back to a version of the Nitro table, and we're going with one Mark Madden as your number 3.
That's what I meant instead of Kevin Kelly. I meant Mark Madden.
I am not high on him. I wouldn't have him that high up the list, but he definitely wouldn't be lower than a lot.
Oh, you need to watch some
I would put him at 10.
Yeah.
Mongo's, I mean, everybody's better than
Mongo,
him.
yeah.
I don't. Like, did he actually do commentary? I feel like he was just the third guy that kind of stood next to the table.
He was the Jerry Lawler
and wore
at the time.
Hawaiian shirts.
He had annoying catchphrases, but at the time, he was the only one that was willing to tell the stories that whoever the shitty writers at the time were that were trying to tell it. Whereas, like, Shivani was just doing other shit. Heenan's doing his own fucking thing. Scott Hudson's, like,
not wearing a shirt.
So bland, I don't remember a word he said.
I just watched the episode the other day where it cuts to the commentary table at the beginning of the show, and there sits Scott Hudson without a shirt but wearing a tie.
Didn't like Abbott steal it or something?
Vince Russo made him do that because he talked bad about Vince Russo. So, yeah. So, you've got, at number 1, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Number 2, Jesse the Body Ventura, which I would have either one, like, Bobby the Brain Heenan, if you said Jesse Ventura 1 over Bobby, I really wouldn't have.
Yeah, those two are very interchangeable for me too.
Jesse Ventura is so good. Like, going back, I did not appreciate him as much as I did Bobby when I was younger.
He kept his commentating ability better than JR's at his age. Like, he's the same age as JR, and he's still decent. I mean, there's problems, but JR's is the dumps now. Like,
and coming in strong at number 3, Mark Madden. And then let's see everyone you put below Mark Madden as the top 10 color commentators. Corey Graves, Larry Zbyszko, Nigel McGuinness, Dusty Rhodes, Booker T, Jerry Lawler, and Mongo McMichael.
Yeah, I think Mark Madden. If I could redo it, it would either be Mark Madden Mongo or Mongo Mark Madden as the bottom 2.
I think if you just picked like a 3-episode sample of each one of them, the Mongo far outweighs the quality over Mark Madden. Mark Madden to me might be the worst color commentator of all time.
Yeah, I might agree with Cash.
He's so fucking
I'm having
annoying.
Problems thinking of someone worse than him right now. So
yeah, but all right. So that was a pretty good blind rank. I didn't quite get you back for the one you had on me.
I thought it was going to be something way worse than that. That was actually fun.
Like I said, I was really wanting to do the scummiest or whatever that list was of sleaziest pro wrestling thing. But honestly, like I found the list. It's 400 and some items, and it did not age well. Like it is basically just, it would have been. I would have had to do.
It's a police report.
Old rotten milk.
It would have either been a blind rank the 10 worst woman beaters, blind rank the 10 guys who apparently smoked marijuana, blind rank.
Oh no.
The 10 guys who did really weird sexual things with poop. Like,
yeah, that's ultra specific. But I believe you that there's way more than 10.
Right.
I could make a list of 60 of those, I think. So that list was just, I was sad that was not going to work out because I was like, this is like just ranking the prettiest corpses.
I forgot how dark that list was. So.
Yeah. And it is hilarious when every once in a while, like you'll go through like just terrible, awful, illegal things, and then it'll be like, I heard Sabu smokes weed.
Yeah, it's like murdered someone.
So there could be fun on that list of going through it and just finding the things that aren't a big deal now. Like there's a few on there who are like, all right, because like it's like we heard that this guy secretly kissed this guy. All right, like,
and
glad they had that moment, I guess. Like,
sorry, it had to be in secret.
Yeah. Sucks that they had to feel like they couldn't be open about who they really are. All right.
Yeah, well, that's how scummy us as a society was.
Looking back, man, it is like the stuff that you read, and then you're just like, if that proves to me that cancel culture is not a thing, because like we still worship as wrestling fans a lot of these people, like in general, not us specifically, but like in general, wrestling fans still will lose their minds as certain people walking out, and you're like, here's their name popping up. It's like the Epstein list almost, half of it. You're like, here's their list where they sexually assaulted and like shit on people, literally.
Man, but how much has wrestling cleaned up from the time that we started to right now?
Man, I'm so jealous.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think about it all the time, like how jealous I am of wrestlers now. Like, not only is it like not only just like the more practical side where like you have access to social media, so like people can know you in a city before you ever even show up, like if you market it right. The way you can network without ever, you don't have to sit and make VHS tapes. But then just, the way the locker rooms are now, like dudes would rather just play video games and,
And like there's a bunch of people who are vegans and they can be openly gay wrestlers. And like when we started, none of that would have flown.
No.
Personal trainers and people like trying to take care of their health and stuff before it's just like juice, all the juice you can do.
Yeah.
It's just so different.
Yeah. So I do wish a lot of times, like, I wish we would have started just a few years later. Like,
I'll take a 10 years.
10 years later would have been amazing. Mm-hmm. But we didn't. We're all old, and that's why we do this now. So, this has been an episode. Let us know if you like. Let us know if you like the Hotdog Hero, Hotdog Zero format. We'll be back soon-ish with what's the next show? What's the next show coming up? I'm sure WWE has one.
They have Danhausen's main event in MSG.
Yep. In a week and a half.
We got to do SummerSlam predictions, right?
Oh yeah. So we'll be back with some show predictions in our new format.
And Wembley's coming up.
Is that?
I think that was the end of August.
Yeah, end of August. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got a little time before we have to play.
So we might be able to we might fit that one in.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time, drop a comment. Let us know what you thought of the episode, what you like, what you didn't like. Who's your Hotdog Hero? Who's your Hotdog Zero from the four of us on this episode? And like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Have a drink with Jason.
Always.
Buy you forgot your catchphrase. You forgot.
I'll just get into it.
Okay. I can't.
Night. You can butt hold tight. I added a hand thing to it.